President Moon Jae-in, during an emergency cabinet meeting this afternoon, warned that Japan will face severe consequences for what he called its reckless act. Our presidential correspondent Shin Se-min now joins us live from the Blue House. Se-min, tell us more.
Town, it's looking a lot like an eye for an eye situation this Friday. President Moon Jae-in, during an emergency cabinet meeting earlier this afternoon that was beamed live throughout the nation for the first time since the turn of the year, upgraded his level of criticism against Japan. Now, President Moon described Japan's decision to drop South Korea from its list of trading partners as a grave challenge to the two countries' relations and a selfish move that will greatly hamper the global economy. This is him earlier today.
우리 정부와 국제사회의 외교적 해결 노력을 외면하고 상황을 악화시켜온 책임이 일본 정부에 있는 것이 명확해진 이상 앞으로 벌어질 사태의 책임도 전적으로 일본 정부에 있다는 점을 분명히 경고합니다.
The president called the decision a case of clear, unjust economic retaliation over South Korea's top court's ruling that ordered Japanese companies to compensate for Koreans' use for forced labor during colonial rule. He said his government will take corresponding measures in a resolute way and said despite Japan being an economic powerhouse, South Korea has its own methods to counter Japan's attempt to damage the economy.
As you've said, the president's message today wasn't only speaking to Japan here, he also made an appeal to the people of Korea. Tell us more on that.
Right. While blasting Japan for its action today, President Moon called on the people of Korea that they need to stand together as a united force. He said when people of Korea believe in the power of its government and the companies, both large and small, the country can overcome this crisis as a whole.
지금의 도전을 오히려 기회로 여기고 새로운 경제 도약의 계기로 삼는다면 우리는 충분히 일본을 이겨낼 수 있습니다. 우리 경제가 일본 경제를 뛰어넘을 수 있습니다.
And the Deputy National Security Advisor also reiterating the nation's confidence level, saying that as a whole, the nation can surely go through this and will push through it no matter what. President Moon also left the door open to Japan, though, saying that one way to stop all this and the vicious cycle for tit for tat is for Japan to immediately withdraw its wrongful measures and return to the table for talks.
Now, another pressing issue in regard to Japan's decision is that the issue of trade is being linked to the issue of security. And this is about whether or not South Korea is going to renew its military intelligence sharing pact with Japan.
Right. The presidential office confirmed again today that it is reviewing the possibility of dropping that pact with Japan called GSOMIA, a crucial pact that is in exchanging military information between the two countries, and that is up for renewal this month. And that could be included as a comprehensive measure that the South Korean government is reviewing.
The government will take comprehensive response measures, such as reviewing whether it's right to continue sharing sensitive military information with a country that claims to have trust and security-related issues with us.
On the other hand, GSOMIA is seen as crucial at a time when North Korea continues to test missiles and projectiles. GSOMIA had been a key element in three-way security cooperation with the U.S., and so scrapping it has been a concern for Washington as well. So we're going to have to see whether this does truly become a matter of security that's been moved on from the matter of trade. Taeun?